All right, welcome back, guys. We are going to talk about the clone stamp tool today, which is one of the most commonly used tools in Photoshop. It's a little bit more of a complex tool, but it is the one that is what's happening behind the scenes of Photoshop in a lot of photos that people are always wondering how that's possible. And what I mean, I know that was kind of cryptic, but what it means is clone stamp is the ability to take one part of the image and paste it over another. And if done correctly, you can remove something from the image and make it look like it was never there. You can add something to the image that makes it appear as if it was always there. So it is called the clone stamp because you are cloning one area and you are stamping it over another, obviously. So right here we have our two layers, right? And we're gonna just do the same thing where this will be the original and this will be the edited layer. And we're gonna go from where we left off on the last lesson, where we've already done our raw settings. We've already done our dodge and burn tool. So we're picking up from there. And what we're going to do is right over here is the clone stamp tool. It looks like a little stamp. See this? And what this allows us to do is it'll be like a little circle here. And again, like with the brackets on the keyboard or right here with the size, you have the ability, and it's also, let's make sure the hardness is turned all the way down to 0. This means it has the most soft cloning and stamping look to it, which is what you'll probably be using always with food and cocktail photography. So what happens is we have the ability to take any part of this image and paste it over another part of the image. And first I'm going to just show you a very dramatic example so you can see what exactly it does. And then I'll show you how we're going to actually utilize it and apply it, which you'll then be able to use for any image. So what you do is basically you're going to hold the Option key on your keyboard. And when you do that, you'll see the cursor changes on the screen. And what it's doing is it's letting you know that you have that selected. And what you can then do is you can go anywhere and you can click. So if I were to go over the meat here and click and then let go, I can now paste this circle anywhere. Boop. And there we go. Now it's over there. Okay, and continue pasting. I can just paint the image anywhere here. Now, obviously that makes no sense, but it shows you what can be done. So I'm going to Command Z that. So let's try it again. I could do the hand and bring it down here, then hold the Option again, click it, put a hand down here, right? So you might be wondering, okay, well, how are we going to make this tool work to our favor? Why would you ever use something like this? So let's see. This is what we're going to do. We are going to zoom in on the steak here, and we're going to remove the things we don't like from this image. So right off the top, the first thing you want to do is identify the things that work and don't work. So for example here, there is like this little bit of fat that seems to be standing out here. These little pieces here aren't the most attractive in this image. It's either spice or a little bit of fat on the steak. But really the big one is there's this glare from the light that's reflecting off like a shiny part of the steak. And it doesn't look good, right? It's distracting from a high-end piece of content like this. So what you'll do is you'll go to your clone stamp tool or hit S on the keyboard. You'll make it really small because the smaller stamp, the less you're going to affect the image, right? So we don't want to affect anything around here. We literally just want to affect that one little area. So we're going to get nice and close here, right? Because the last thing we want to do is take this part of the image and put it over here. That's not going to look good, right? So let's try that just for example. If you were to take this and put it over there, that doesn't look good, right? We just took that part and put it there, and it looks like it was something copied and pasted. It looks terrible. It looks like a mistake. So let's remove that. What you want to do is you want to take the part of the image that would look as if it was there in the first place. So if that shiny glare wasn't there, what would be there? Well, if you ask me, it would be the same thing as to its left and its right. It would be this sort of dark area, right? It wouldn't be this part. It wouldn't be this part. It would be something around here. So you're going to literally get as small as you can because you don't want to take more than you have to. And let's say we were to take this part, click, and go over here and just paint over it. See? And you can see this little plus sign over the circle. And what it's doing is it's showing me where it's pulling it from because I'm clicking and dragging. And I'm painting, and it's showing me. So I could come over here and take this part, put it over here to get rid of that. Maybe I'll go over to that spot, this spot here that I thought didn't look really good. which goes over the dark part and over the light part. So if I were to take this part, if I were to go here, click this part, and try to paint over the whole thing with it, look at that, it ruins it because it put some of this light part over the dark part, and that's not how the gradient of this meat looks. So you would want to take this part and paint over it in order. So you would take this, go over, and now you can literally see with a plus, it's continuing vertically what we did. I hope this makes sense. So you can see now the difference between having it and not having it. It's very subtle. Again, these small changes end up really changing the final image, what you're delivering to the client. In this photo, the only other thing I would really change is I would get rid of whatever this sort of sticker or glare is on the shirt. It might be a stain. So what would we do? Clone stamp tool, we'd take this dark part and put it over here. And then the only other part, and this is an example that you would use many times in a lot of shoots, is to remove something that you don't want there, like this bottle. Now it's very blurry, this bottle in the background, but it's kind of an eyesore. It's this yellow bottle in the back. It doesn't need to be in the image. It doesn't provide anything extra to the image to make it look good. So I would go in here, and you're not going to be able to get this perfect because it is a blurry image. It's not like a harsh line for you to work with. So I would maybe just take this part here and put it over here. So click here, go directly over it, and paint. Now if you were to, I'm going to undo that, take this and then start up here, see the problem? You have to always work within the lines vertically and horizontally that you painted, that you selected, excuse me. So here, we're going to take it and go over, and now, bottle's gone. Do it again. I'll maybe take some of this, put it over here, right? Maybe even take a little bit more and put a little bit there. There we go. And there you go. We already have a better looking image. I think that's all it really needs from the clone stamp. Maybe we'll come over here, get rid of this one too. Let's see. I sound like Bob Ross right now. Maybe we'll come over here, happy little this, happy little that. There we go. Perfect. And there you go. We already have a slightly better image than we had in the first place. You can do other things here. You can get rid of this logo on the shirt. I'm not going to do it because, it's their branded shirt. Even though you don't really see the logo, it's meant to be there. So it's really okay. But yeah, it could be used for anything. You want to remove a blemish from skin. You want to remove the dead part of a mint leaf. This is how you would do it. You would use the clone stamp tool. And I'll do another episode showing the cocktail version of this as well, but it's the exact same rules that apply. Let's go on to the next one.